Hey DOT community, this is another episode of the DOT Aftershow with Zalon and Bo. How we doing, Bo?
Caffeinated and high-strung. How are you, Zalon?
I am doing great. So here we go. We're getting into the awesomeness of this week's Dev live stream.
Yeah, about time.
Totally awesome. Odin looks so cool, doesn't he?
Yeah. Odin looks really good. And he's rocking a fur coat, man. That's pretty sweet.
Yes, it is. All right, so
yeah, there's not many Titans could pull that off. I think Odin can handle it.
yeah, exactly. So during today's Dev live stream, we obviously found out that Odin was the event that's going to be dropping tomorrow. And
Tomorrow, yes, and we're going to be kicking off a 24-hour live stream for Odin tomorrow at the normal time that the devs would go live on Thursday. So right around 9:30 Central U.S. time. We're gonna Chris asked us if we could go live in their normal slot on Thursday, so that's what we're gonna do. And that I'm gonna kick it off on my channel, and then we're gonna pass it off to Zaid and Zalon. When are you coming in?
I'm coming after Zaid. The schedule is going Bo, then Zaid, then me, then I think Godan comes after me. So yes, we have an official schedule and everything else, and hopefully that will be finalized and released tomorrow when we do the actual live stream. When I will be on Bo's channel, Discord, of course. It's gonna be pretty awesome. So definitely want to make sure that you tune in for that while the Odin event will be dropping.
Yep.
What?
And I'll be rocking Odin on the test account during the live stream, by the way.
Nice. All right. Also, I was going to say, Matt. We of course had all three of the devs back. We didn't have a dev live stream last week. Of course, they did go into a bit of a description of what happened there. They just, of course, were on holiday and weren't around. But we, of course, had the release of Stormbore. Now, of course, him being the fourth pig and idea, we now, of course, have a Stormbore. What do you think about him, Bo?
I mean, he looks cool. Mm-hmm. The name is a little bit, I feel like probably could have done better on the name. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, I would have went with like Shock Hoof or something along those lines.
Yeah. I was coming up with some other names myself.
But, that it gives us hope that Stone Snout is coming. Yeah. And we'll be here.
That's right.
Get us an Earth Pig, and then I don't know what they're going to do for the human pig. Just call him Pig.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or Babe. That'd be funny. All right. So anyway,
there you go, Babe. That would be all.
If you know Charlotte's Web. All right. So anyway, so I have the skills up of Stormbore up right now, and he's pretty much the same as a lot of the other champion boars as well. So we got 3 defensive skills, 2 attack skills, all Titan buffing, of course. So no X skills or anything like that. But the big thing about Stormbore was the fact that he is going to be giving the 1.4 boost in the upcoming Allfather event. So let's talk about the Allfather event. Now, of course, the information that was given on the dev live stream, of course, the event starts tomorrow, but will run until Tuesday morning. And there's going to be the boosting of that we were just discussing. Stormbore will give a 1.4 boost, but so will Calvarax. What do you think about that, Bo?
Yeah, I expected Calvarax to give the whatever the higher boost is, based on what they said, in the little placards for the Calvarax event while it was going on.
Yeah.
A little surprised about Stormbore because I wasn't expecting him. I didn't know that was planned. So
yeah, exactly.
And a little disappointed that the Norse gods are only 1.2.
Well, yes, 1.2 for Norse gods, and then 1.1 for 4-star champion Titans. So yeah. That is a little discouraging.
I mean, I've got plenty of 1.2 boosters, but I don't have either of the 1.4 unless I decide to pull my epic tokens and get lucky and get a storm boar.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, with what's going to happen over the event is it's going to be a champion Titan takeover, which I don't know if Stormboar will be available after today. Now, if you do stay tuned on
I know, that's what I'm saying. I need to.
Yeah, if you do stay tuned.
Need to pull them today. I have 4, so.
Yeah, true. I was going to say, I did mention on my video yesterday that I will be jumping after we get done talking about some of the live stream stuff. At the end here, I am going to jump in game and pull 2K gems for my daily and see if I can get an epic token for Stormboar. Because I'm getting 2.
Right, cool.
I'm going to get 2. We're expecting at least 2 epic tokens in this event anyway, so I'll be getting them back. So I'll be back up to 3 epic tokens when I leave the Odin event. So I'm all right with that. So other than that,
we could possibly get 3.
Yeah,
we got 3 Titans. We could possibly get 3 epic tokens.
It could. So, but yeah, Thor will be available during this Champion Titan takeover. So, and so with that in mind, we're looking at, and I did want to mention here, I took a screenshot at peak time. Now it was a little bit over this, but at peak time, I have a screenshot here of 1,010 watching during the Odin event. I wanted to catch that it actually showed that while Odin was on the screen, I knew as soon as they showed Odin Skills that the number on how many was watching on YouTube would drop. That almost every time a dev live stream is going on, as soon as the skills are revealed on the new Titan, there's instant, that's it. That's topped out. The stream will not get any more people in it. But anyway, so yeah, so the stream topped out about 1040, something like that I saw, but it was over 1,000. So I was very impressed with the turnout on the stream today. So,
well, that's people. I mean, been waiting for Odin for a while. So
exactly.
And Odin, Lightning Ranger. We've been talking about a Lightning Ranger forever, and he's finally here. So.
Exactly. Well, we also have one more thing to talk about the Allfather event before we jump into the actual relics and the skills for Odin, and of course the other reveals that happen on the stream. So, Siegfried is going to be 10K, Valkyrie's going to be 16K, and Odin's going to be 24K. So, interesting that we're all going to get a chance to get a second Valkyrie for 2K less than we did previously.
Yeah. And Siegfried at 10 is nuts.
Insane.
Siegfried at 10K is ridiculous. Everyone should be going for Siegfried if you don't have Siegfried because he's awesome.
Yeah, Siegfried is awesome. So, and of course, we have the one thing that has been speculated about Siegfried is possibly his skills could be different than previous Siegfrieds. That actually will be not, we won't know until the event actually launches.
Interesting.
Well, it's just something that's been floating around that I saw already is the fact that, the idea of possibly Siegfried could have different skills is a possibility. Valkyrie, I would doubt it.
You never know. They can all have different skills every time they appear.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's true. It's true to make them more unique. So, and 24K for Odin, there was a lot of speculation for a long time exactly on how many souls it was going to take to get this guy. So when it comes down to, what we heard, about how many souls it's going to be, it's, to be expected it was going to be more than 8 for 18. But that's why I believe they put, it's not just 2 4-star Titans you're getting here. It's 3 in the milestones and 4 if you're in top 50, if you think about it that way.
Yeah.
If you're in top 50, you're getting 4 4-stars.
As far as souls go, it's pretty efficient for Titans.
Yeah.
If you get in a top 50, which, by the way, Non-Toxic has 2 or 3 spots available. Mm-hmm. And I think Rogue Squad may have 1 or none. I'm not sure. So.
And Dragons, too?
If anybody plans on finishing and you want to be in a top 50 team, Non-Toxic has some spots available. Message myself in-game, Bocanora. I'm in Non-Toxic this week, and we will get you an invite if you're going to finish.
Yes, most definitely. All right, so let's get into the relics. So we have the first one I have up here is the Gunnar.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know the pronunciations are horrible, but it looks like a kind of like a spear pike kind of situation. But it's a Titan and Army lightning damage, Titan and troop resist against range and troop health. Pretty nice. Not bad.
That. I like it. Titan and troop resist against range is nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing. With when you talk about just ranged, it goes over anything ranged. When you're talking about melee, you're talking about anything that's melee damage. So those definitely cover larger groups, just like how we've seen and of course also troop health. It's like, all right, troop health, that just means everybody, not just a specific troop.
Yeah.
So
everybody, including skeletons. I tested it and it does work.
Nice. Good thing to know. All right, and then we have the head of Murmur. I think that's crazy that we have a relic who is a.
I think that's hilarious, dude.
It's just
you have a relic and it's some dude's head.
It's so That's what I'm saying. It's just a guy's head. Can you imagine? You're just.
I'm sure there's some mythology there. It's like, why is it the head? Like Odin took some dude's head and now it's got mystical powers or something. I'll have to do some research. I don't know the story behind that, but I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Because it could have easily been Odin's eye patch,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But it's some dude's head. And he's got a crazy beard, too. All right, so Titan and Army resist against lightning, damage boost for Ranger Titans. That's insane, that 40% damage boost for Ranger Titans. And then Titan and Troop resist against melee. Again, like we just said about the range.
And that is good. That is awesome to have those two together. To have a damage boost and a melee resist. I like that combo. These relics are pretty sweet.
Yes, they are.
In fact, most of the Norse god relics have been pretty sweet.
Yes.
To be quite honest with you. And a lot of them are good for Siggy.
Yes. And then of course they're good for Siggy. Get out of here, Bo. All right, now here we go. Then we have the Munin, or Munin? It's the crow. Which is pretty interesting too. Again, it's just I feel like we're going straight out of like Game of Thrones here. You know what I mean? With this dude's head, and we got this crow. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm just making a crow.
Yeah.
A crow relic. Yeah.
Munin. Yeah, but it's a specific name again based on Norse mythology, of course. Titan and Army resist against lightning. Archer's damage. Archer's critical. That 50% Archer's damage is pretty insane. And especially the Archer's critical, of course.
Especially considering Odin is going to have some Archer skills, so you could stack those. That'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, we're going to show Odin's skill set here in just a second. And then, of course...
Oh, sorry, I spoiled it.
No, it's okay. You're fine. But then you got the most ridiculous. I think everyone has the hardest time, including Jaeger. I watched his earlier video. Even him, and he usually pronounces all these Norse things correctly. He didn't even bother to try. So... Your Grasilbo? Your Grasilbo? I don't know. All right, so Titan and Army lightning damage.
I don't even know, man.
Titan critical and Titan armor piercing. So again, another. We've seen plenty of bow relics, of course, in the past, and typical bow relics are very good as well. So, we're seeing a bit more Titan.
Titan critical is nice.
And Titan armor piercing. Of course, you notice it's this one out of all the other ones though this only has one skill at the very top that has Titan army. Whereas, as you notice, a lot of the other ones. Well, I'm sorry, not this one. This one's just straight archers, and this one's Titan. But all the other ones seem to actually have multiple Titan and troops or Titan and army, lightning damage. So. But that's okay. Now on to Odin's actual skills. So we got Odin's bow, which is going to be the guaranteed first skill, of course. Like all the other Norse gods, they have this first skill that is unique to them. So they have 20% base health, armor, attack speed, and attack radius. Now, something to mention about that attack radius. It is not something that it's not like, for instance, they can. This was addressed on the live stream, so this is from the developers. What they said was it doesn't have to deal with how far they can actually attack. Like range-wise, it has to deal with when the actual arrow hits the ground, how many troops are in the area of effect, if you want to look at it that way.
Right. So it's not range, it's radius of the splash damage.
Exactly. So you can actually it's very, very helpful when you have mass groups of single targets. So, of course, it's not every day.
Like spearmen, for one thing. You know how when you hit spearmen with an archer, there's always those 3 or 4 on each side that don't get hit?
Yes.
Then, I don't know if it's going to... I haven't tested that specifically. We'll do that later and see if Odin can take out a whole group of spearmen with one shot.
And also too, when you're dealing with a whole bunch of Panthers that group up, attacking one or two of your frontline troops, and you have a ranger behind, and it's as soon as they group up like that, the radius you want them to take down as many of those, Goliaths or Panthers, when they're coming in like that. But then of course we have 2 Archer's X skills. And of course, they're still going to be a mix between Archer's Damage, Archer's Armor Piercing, and Archer's Critical. Also to the Barrage Aura 1 and Barrage Aura 2. Now, those seem to be locked skills. Is that true?
Yeah, those are, so the first, the third, and the fifth skill are locked.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second and the fourth are going to be X skills for archers. And you could also get health and armor in there as well.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, for archers. So... of course, everybody wants offense for archers. So you want you want damage or armor piercing or critical on your archers there.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, so now we're getting into. Oh, and I got a close up of Matt. I took a quick close up picture of Matt with his horns and his eye and everything else. The first
he was having a little bit too much fun with that, I think.
Yeah. In the very beginning of the stream, though, I'll tell you, though, it was pretty funny to hear the way he was, because he even said, I liked how he addressed the quiff as what is it, not normie, what was he, mortal. He's like, tell us about the event, mortal. Yeah, I don't know. Some of the stuff he was doing at the beginning was very funny, but then, yes, I know, of course, he gets a little bit carried away, and of course, it got too ridiculously hot, and he couldn't do the rest of the stream with it. So, but I thought it was, I thought it was good. I thought it was good showmanship, because everyone says, if he's not there for the gameplay, he's got to be, good at what he does about relaying the information. So, he's a good guy. All right, and so we do have the Lightning Troop reveal. Okay. Do want to get into this. Do want to get into this because it's crazy. You have a Lightning Norse troop that has been being worked on by the developers, and as you see here, we have 2 axes. Speculation so far has been that this troop is going to be some type of like berserker, like some sort of super fast infantry. I've seen that talk. I've seen. Talk about this could be a ranged troop that could throw the axes, because again that's also a possibility. So I mean, obviously melee or ranged, either one. Besides from that, obviously I don't really think any kind of like spells or anything like that. I think it still that would be still more kept towards like a mage titan or some sort of sorcery titan. So I don't think they're going to be doing anything like that yet. So yeah, a very interesting design. What do you think about the reveal of the Lightning troops on stream there, Bo? What do you think about it?
So I thought it was good because we know that it's actually a thing. I was a little disappointed because at one point Matt said something about within the next few months. So I was hoping for it to be a little bit sooner than that. The troop itself, just based on what we have in the game already, I'm still saying it's a ranged troop, and that they're going to throw the axes. But you know what? It could be, now that I'm thinking about it, they could be a ranged troop with like a range more close to like archers than grenadiers, but a ranged troop that is somewhat effective in melee mode because they do have axes.
True. All right, so a couple things we want to talk about real. Oh, they did say that, new building, and there's also going to be a new spell, and it's going to be lightning based that's released with it, which is very interesting. So,
yeah, that's maybe a lightning storm, like a meteor strike, but it's a lightning storm instead. Yeah,
there would be a larger area of effect, maybe. Be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe so, something like that.
Yeah, especially how Meteor Strike, of course, most people, don't really care too much about that, but Meteor Strike has actually been a little bit more effective on dealing, with people bringing in lots of ranged troops, because that has become more of a popular thing to do now. So, But anyway, I do want to pull my daily, and I do want to pull my epic token to see if I can win Stormbore here. But besides from that, they did mention as well that they're looking at leagues, trying to make going up in the leagues more appealing. So that should be pretty interesting. I am, hoping to see that happen very soon because, of course, Legend League can be a bit boring, especially with the season rewards. So, now they did.
Yeah, pretty much.
They did mention next week there's going to be a Theater of War event. The way that this was mentioned, next week Theater of War event, and then dealing with Titan XP. I don't know if that was exactly interlinked with that, or if it's a Theater War event and an event dealing with Titan XP that is separate. So I don't know if they're connected or if they're not.
It was a little confusing there. I don't know which way it's going to be. Either way, anything time we can get more XP is a good thing.
Exactly. So, but if there is something that if the Theater of War event deals with the Titan XP, so like either a modification of the XP given in battle, or maybe some sort of I guess it would be a relic that would drop to be able to be used to give XP, because we've talked about that plenty of times in the past as well. So it's either one of the two. I would imagine it would have to be something that would be either changed, because obviously the last Theaters of War, people saw a jump between the 5, 6, and 7 were like way higher than all the rest of the arenas, so it was kind of obvious.
There was a huge jump there between 5 and 6.
So maybe they'll be
it's a little bit better balanced.
Yeah, maybe they'll change it a little bit differently. So, all right, well, here we go. I'm going to do the daily first. Wish me luck.
All right, well, good luck.
All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get a Stormbore here.
Runner.
Yeah, no, I got it at level 1 Akivu, 3-star.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to get I'm going to try an epic token here. Let's see what happens. It can only help me in the event. Obviously, I do have Calvarex, so as a backup. Ooh, a level 30 Akivu. Well, I'm just getting tons of food for the possible new Siggy. If this Siggy is better than my previous Siggy, I might have to halt my first Siggy and work on the new one. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, that would be rough, because I've got my Siggy's up to like 53 now. So
yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't want to stop.
Yeah, very true. Very true. But I got Calvarex up to 18, so this event should be pretty fun. I should be able to get him up to 21 pretty easily, and be able to equip a second relic. Or also, besides from, because I want to have as many Raise Dead spells as possible to make the grinding go as easy as possible. So, it's going to be a good event.
Yeah. I can see running an event with Calvarex would be quite fun, considering all the extra troops you get with the relics and all that.
Yes.
So, I didn't get Calvarex. I did get all of the relics except for the last one. So, I'm in pretty good shape there. And I like it. I like the skeletons now. It's a lot of fun to play with.
Yes, most definitely. All right, well, we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here on the DOT After Show. And
that's right. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for the 24-hour live stream kickoff on my channel.
That's right.
And at about 9:30 Central Time, U.S.
That's right.
Do your calculations based on that.
Yes, so be prepared tomorrow for that, and there will be streams going all day after that. So be prepared for all.
Right, and we're going to wrap it up. We're going to wrap it up on Friday on Soldier's channel.
That's right, Soldier's back.
Hopefully we'll get the devs on with us again to wrap it up like we did on the last one.
Yes, exactly. So it should be pretty awesome. So get excited, DOT community. Get excited. It's going to be awesome. So,
yep.
All right. Well, for all the non-toxic gamers, I am Zalon.
And I am Bo.
And we will see you tomorrow.